courtroom fell silent as the judge called the case, Griffin v. Richmond. You could feel the tension in the air, the weight of decades of secrets about to unfold. Mr. Griffin, a married man, faced the shocking accusation, a 2-year affair with his wife's stepsister, a relationship that allegedly produced a daughter. The question on everyone's mind was simple yet devastating. Was he really the father? As Mr. Griffin admitted to the affair, his tone was a mix of shame and honesty. He confessed it was a dishonest mistake, a decision he would come to regret for the rest of his life. 2 years of secret meetings, unprotected encounters, and stolen moments that tore through the fabric of a family. Mrs. Richmond, calm but resolute, stood her ground. She admitted to the affair, but insisted that Mr. Griffin was not her daughter's biological father. She explained the circumstances with striking clarity. She had been involved with other men during the conception window, and she had never had substantial contact with Mr. Griffin after her pregnancy. Her words painted a picture of a young woman caught in a web of secrecy and poor decisions, trying to navigate the consequences of choices made decades ago. Meanwhile, Mr. Griffin's other daughter, Lakesha, appeared in the courtroom to support her father's claim. She recounted moments of disbelief and confusion, revealing the deep, long-lasting impact these secrets had on the family. The judge pressed both parties, exposing the tangled timeline of relationships, pregnancies, and missed connections. Every detail of the affair, every moment of denial, and every hint of regret began to unravel, leaving the courtroom grappling with questions of trust, betrayal, and truth. The tension escalated with every exchange, setting the stage for revelations that could change lives forever. As the testimony unfolded, the courtroom became a window into decades of hidden truths and unresolved pain. Mrs. Richmond recounted her memories with striking honesty, revealing how she and Mr. Griffin had little to no contact after the pregnancy. She had told him about the child at the time, but circumstances and other relationships created a chasm that neither could bridge. The judge probed deeper, trying to untangle years of conflicting accounts. Mr. Griffin, confronted with the timeline, admitted he had never informed his wife about the pregnancy out of embarrassment and fear. His shame was palpable, yet he also displayed a hint of lingering hope, a desire to claim a connection he had long been denied. The focus then shifted to Taikia, the woman at the heart of the case. Growing up without a father, she described a childhood marked by confusion and absence. When others noted her resemblance to the Griffin family, she was left with unanswered questions about her identity. It wasn't until she received a message on MySpace, a platform long forgotten by most, that she began to piece together her true family history. The story of discovery was emotional, fraught with uncertainty, and underscored the profound impact of secrecy. Lakesha, Mr. Griffin's daughter, explained how she discovered Taikia's existence, recounting a chance encounter with child support papers that led her down the path of investigation. Suddenly, names, faces, and connections began to line up, but contradictions persisted. Mrs. Richmond claimed Mr. Griffin was not her daughter's father, citing a previous DNA test. Yet Mr. Griffin had paperwork suggesting the opposite. The courtroom buzzed with tension as conflicting documents and decades-old memories collided. Judge Lake emphasized the weight of this moment. After 32 years, it was time to uncover the truth, to finally untangle the web of paternity doubts that had shaped multiple lives. The stakes were higher than ever. Lives, relationships, and identities hung in the balance, with each testimony adding another layer of complexity. The courtroom waited, collectively holding its breath for the revelation that would answer the question no one could ignore. Who was Taikia's true father? The moment of truth had arrived. Judge Lake held the courtroom's attention as the results from DNA diagnostics were revealed. For 32-year-old Taikia Richmond, the answer she had sought her entire life was finally within reach. Mr. Griffin, who had believed for decades that Taikia was his daughter, braced himself. The room was tense, every eye fixed on the judge. And then the words came. Mr. Griffin was not her father. Shock rippled through the courtroom. Decades of assumptions, hopes, and imagined connections were shattered in an instant. Tykea's journey to discover her identity had taken her through grief, confusion, and moments of fleeting hope. Yet, despite the revelation, the bond she had felt with the Griffins did not vanish. Lakesha and Tykea shared an embrace, acknowledging a sisterhood that DNA could not define. The judge spoke to the deeper truth. Paternity secrets can mislead the heart, but family is more than genetics. It is the connections, love, and history we share. Mr. Griffin faced the reality of a life built on misunderstanding. Though he was not Tykea's biological father, his recognition of her pain and his willingness to support her in finding her real father reflected growth and responsibility. Tykea, overwhelmed yet resilient, began to grasp that truth and identity are not always simple, but facing them can bring healing. Judge Lake reminded everyone that this day, painful as it was, represented a chance to move forward, to untangle years of confusion, and to honor the courage it took to confront the past. As the courtroom adjourned, the lingering message was clear. Secrets have consequences, but truth brings closure. Tykea left with clarity, Mr. Griffin with reflection, and the family with the realization that love and recognition are not always dictated by blood. In the end, the case of Griffin v. Richmond became a story of discovery, accountability, and the enduring human desire to know who we are. It was a reminder that the answers we seek may not match our expectations, but they hold the power to shape the future.